我已经在广州待了半个月了，一份工作都没找到。
I have been in Guangzhou for half a month but still have no job. I am going to collapse. Everyone says that there are many opportunities in Guangzhou, but the competition is also very fierce. At first, I thought I could easily find a good job, but I didn't find any because I was picky. Now, I hope that a company will hire me. I checked the boss recruitment platform every day and had several interviews. The interviewer said, "I'll let you know," but in the end, nothing happened. The situation on the Zillion recruitment platform is even more frustrating. The companies that received my resume didn't even respond. Is my resume so bad that it's not worth the response? Now I even think of becoming a cleaning lady, as long as someone is willing to give me a chance. I never thought finding a job in Guangzhou would be so difficult.
找我进去公司当保洁好吧。
广州真的找不到工作了。
I really can't find a job in Guangzhou. It's 3:36 a.m. on August 18th, Beijing time, and I can't sleep. The company's human resources department is on vacation these 2 weekends, and I can't find a job, not even an interview opportunity. The job positions available on the recruitment platform now are sales, customer service, security, or delivery, and the basic salary is $400 to $700. It's not easy to rent a house in Guangdong. Look at my current home. It's only 6 square meters and costs nearly $200. It's too difficult. Look at the house I have now. It's only 6 square meters and costs nearly $200. It's too difficult. Many people have advised me to go back to my hometown, but I don't know if I should go home. It's only September, but a large number of people from Guangdong have returned to their hometowns. Topics such as goodbye to Guangdong and discussing the employment situation in Guangdong instantly became hot searches. Guangzhou has officially announced that the unemployed will reach 900,000 in 2024. Stores will close and factories will lay off employees and reduce positions, making more and more workers who stay in Guangdong feel confused, depressed, and anxious. Netizens bluntly said that the 900,000 unemployed population is a conservative estimate. The 900,000 unemployment rate officially announced by Guangzhou is conservative. This data only includes people who pay insurance, work in formal units, and are registered as unemployed. Migrant workers like us who work in the garment industry are not included in the statistics at all. I just arrived in Guangzhou for 2 days and found that the business of clothing factories is very bad and there is almost no work to do. Look, a lot of people can't find anything to do. Are we the people counted in the unemployment rate? According to official statistics, during the previous epidemic, there were approximately 300,000 migrant workers in the Kongli area, most of whom were migrant workers like us working in Guangzhou. There are 150,000 people in Hujiao village alone, and the total number in several villages is hundreds of thousands. Now, so many people cannot find jobs, but this part of the unemployed population is not included in the statistics. Therefore, I am sure the official unemployment rate figures are inaccurate. People like us are not included in their statistics at all, but in fact, we are also unemployed. Guangzhou, Shenzhen, Foshan, and Dongguan were once places that many young people yearned for, and they were also gathering places for many ordinary workers because Guangdong provides a large number of jobs and higher salaries than other provinces. But now, a large number of young people choose to flee Guangdong. The reason for leaving is very simple. Reductions in job opportunities and continued declines in wages have become the norm. In the past, working in Guangdong, whether in the service industry or other industries, even as a construction worker, it was normal to have a monthly salary of more than $1,400, but now it's impossible. People who used to get more than $1,000 in salary may only get more than $500 now, and people who used to get more than $500 can now only get more than $200. The changes in the environment in recent years have caught many people off guard, and many people have begun to return to their hometowns from big cities for development. Factories in Guangzhou, Shenzhen, Dongguan, and Foshan used to hire a large number of workers, but now many positions are not short of people, and the requirements for applicants are getting higher and higher. Many factories even said that they would not hire people over the age of 45, which was almost unheard of before. Moreover, the positions of online car-hailing drivers, food delivery personnel, and couriers are already full. At the same time, the downturn in the real estate market has brought a greater impact, and many construction sites have stopped working, which is unexpected. Those construction sites were once busy, but now they are deserted. A large number of migrant workers have to return to their hometowns, and their willingness to consume has also dropped significantly. Now, a dinner party that costs more than $14 makes many people feel extravagant, and everyone has entered the so-called consumption downgrade era. Netizens bluntly said that Guangdong is just a microcosm, and they believe other places are not much better. In the first half of this year, a large number of unemployed middle-aged white-collar workers appeared in Guangdong, especially in Guangzhou and Shenzhen. This situation is very common. These people used to start with an annual salary of $70,000, but due to the economic downturn, the company laid them off and replaced them with college graduates with a monthly salary of several $100s. After these once high-paid professionals lost their jobs, in order not to let their family worry, they pretended to go to work every day or work in cafes. You can stay in a cafe all day or drive an online taxi to earn some living expenses. As the end of the year is approaching, many bosses have disappeared, and it's even more difficult to find a job. Therefore, many people think that instead of desperately looking for a job, it's better to go home early for the new year. Nowadays, it's difficult to find a job, and it's also difficult for companies to recruit workers. Young people are becoming more and more sober, and it's difficult for companies to find suitable talents. The real estate market is in a downturn, and many industries are in trouble. This year, all industries are severely saturated. In the first half of the year alone, more than 400,000 companies across the country went bankrupt. 90% of the domestic industries are not doing well. Many business owners have to close their businesses within half a year, carrying debts and returning home early. The largest number of people returning home are still ordinary workers. Guangdong has a permanent population of 120 million and is the largest labor distribution center in the country. However, with the worsening employment situation, online car-hailing drivers, food delivery personnel, couriers, and other jobs have long been full. Many people can't find jobs in Guangdong. To reduce the cost of living, they choose to sleep in toilets, bridge tunnels, or shopping malls and rely on daily work to make a living. It's hard to make ends meet, and even the next meal is not settled. Many people might as well go back to their rural hometowns to farm, at least to solve the problem of food and clothing. The current situation in Guangzhou may sound unbelievable. Many large companies can't pay wages, and even state-owned enterprises are cutting jobs and reducing salaries. Most small companies are also on the verge of bankruptcy. The once inviolable internet giants have also joined the wave of layoffs, with thousands of people being laid off. I am one of those who were laid off. Even highly educated talents cannot escape the fate of unemployment. Not to mention ordinary people like us. My classmates have either been laid off or had their salaries cut, or even stopped receiving their salaries. Many people have been unemployed for more than half a year. The office buildings that look glamorous are empty. Many companies have either closed down or relocated. Nowadays, some people may sit in Starbucks or McDonald's pretending to be at work with their computers on their backs and sit there all day. The future is full of too many uncertainties and is not as beautiful as some experts describe. This is Guangzhou's Lujiang, and this is Kongla Village, which was once the most densely populated urban village with the most immigrants, especially many businessmen doing wholesale business. The fabric market next to it was once the core area of Guangzhou's large recruitment market. A few years ago, this place was crowded with people, and the shops on West Lujiang Street were packed with customers, especially in the afternoon. However, it is quite different now. Walking through the street, you will find more closed shops than open ones. The shops that were once hard to find are now closed in rows, with transfer information posted on the door, but no one is interested. This scene is becoming more and more common in Guangzhou. The population of urban villages is constantly decreasing, and all this is due to endless demolition. In the future, Kongla Village will also be unable to escape the fate of demolition, and the workers in urban villages will be forced to leave. With the loss of population, the real economy is also unsustainable. If this situation continues to worsen, the number of unemployed people will further increase, the debt burden of society will soar, and the day of recovery will be far away. Some people pointed out that it's now difficult to find a stable job that pays wages on time, and even a few days off a month has become a luxury. After all, supporting a family is the most pressing issue at the moment. What is more worrying is that some state-owned enterprises and central enterprises have not been able to pay salaries on time for several months. Some employees want to quit, but they are worried about not being able to find a new job, and after quitting, it's difficult to recover wages. After getting used to the environment of state-owned enterprises, it's difficult for them to adapt the high-intensity work rhythm and management style of private enterprises. Now, even upstream and downstream companies related to real estate in Guangzhou are facing huge difficulties. Red Star Macaline, once a leading furniture company, has gone bankrupt with debts of up to 32.5 billion. Netizens working in the engineering field pointed out that the shrinking real estate market in recent years has led to a significant reduction in the number of new projects, and the funding situation of existing projects is also very unstable, and the phenomena of suspension of work is becoming more and more common. Therefore, many companies have to take measures such as salary cuts and layoffs. The current recruitment market situation is worrying. Many job seekers' resumes indicate similar reasons for leaving. Company project stagnation, salary arrears, project suspension, and other issues force them to find another way to make a living. The pressure of supporting a family and making mortgage payments makes it urgent to find a job. Nowadays, whether wages can be paid on time has become the most concern for job seekers, especially for practitioners in the civil engineering industry, whose situation is particularly difficult. In the past, people often said that the civil engineering industry was hard, but no one said it was poor. But now, the civil engineering industry is hard and difficult to sustain. Some private and central enterprises have had a hard time in the past 2 years and have implemented slimming plans, even involving some large enterprises. Judging from the current situation, the real estate market is so depressed, the downturn in the construction industry is obvious, and the civil engineering industry is inevitably affected. Moreover, the number of unemployed people in various industries is also increasing. The unemployment situation in Dongguang this year is also sad. Many people left their factory jobs and switched to become DD drivers or food delivery men, but this road is not easy to take. The daily orders are pitifully few, the overall environment is shrinking, many companies and factories have closed down, and the economic difficulties are getting worse. Under such circumstances, it's a luxury to find a job that pays on time, and many positions require overtime until 10 o'clock in the evening. For many people, having 2 or 1 day off is no longer the most important consideration. Keeping the current job and maintaining a stable income are the key. Those who can get high salaries are mostly technical personnel, while ordinary workers often have to bear the pressure of multiple jobs. The once bustling commercial street is now chillingly deserted. Shops constantly change owners, and business is difficult everywhere. It's becoming more and more difficult to make money, and the life of workers is even more difficult. In fact, since 2019, more and more young people have begun to flee Beijing, Shanghai, Guangzhou, and Shenzhen. Netizens said frankly that working in Guangdong is not easy. Many people have been saving money to buy houses and cars all their lives, and the pressure of mortgages and car loans almost accompanies them for life. Some netizens even said that they had been looking for a job for a long time, but just after starting work, the company closed down and they became unemployed. They seemed to always be on the verge of unemployment and were full of anxiety. Some netizens lamented helplessly that it seems to have become the norm to be unemployed several times a year and work for less than 2 months, with fierce market competition and a rising unemployment rate. Some people say that their salary dropped from 9,000 to 3,500, their quality of life dropped sharply, and they felt physically and mentally exhausted, even having the idea of giving up work. This is Dongguang Chongping East Railway Station. Look at how many unemployed people are lying down here. It's too difficult to find a job this year. Since most factories have no orders and are not recruiting, more and more people are unemployed. The situation of workers in the future will only be more difficult.